Hey everybody, this is Chris from Highland CCG. We've got a baseball mail day video for you, so stay tuned. Hey folks, this is Chris, Highland CCG. Got my Don Mattingly rookie cards out here for a good reason, because I recently picked up the last one. Obviously this is a duplicate, one being signed, one not signed, but we have these three. But then I was missing one, which is the Opeechee 1984 Don Mattingly. This is a PSA 9, as are the others, because let's face it, the 10s are pretty expensive. Looks great, condition is fantastic, centering looks good, corners are sharp. Some of you might be wondering, what is Opeechee? You know, it looks exactly like this card, except this one says Tops, and this one says Opeechee or Opeechee. And this is a Canadian card. So Opeechee is, or was, a confectionery company selling gum. They started in the early 1900s, and like a lot of other candy and gum companies, they got into the business of producing sports cards and other types of trading cards to sell their gum. And their first baseball set was in the 30s. I think it was 1934. They started with baseball, and that ran through to I believe 94 was the last set. And then subsequently they got the Opeechee name was licensed by Topps, who used it to print a lot of sports cards, mostly hockey, and then that was like through the early 2000s, and then I think Upper Deck licensed them, so I think they're still, the name is still around, but the company got out of the baseball card business in 94. But yeah, there are some other differences that are interesting on this card compared to this one. You can see, but you see this is pretty big font here, complete major and minor league record, whereas here it is very small, complete major and minor league record. And that is because, being a Canadian company, in the 70s they were compelled to start printing in both English and French. So you have the French equivalent underneath there, and then same thing with over here. So you have had double and 2 RBIs in 3-0 win April 10th, 1983. And you have that here in English and French, and then the date line dates again in English and in French. Those are the main differences. The coloring's I think a little nicer on this back here. This one's a lot more gray. So I think the Opeechee card back looks brighter and nicer, but obviously I like the bigger font. But I understand they had to obey the regulations and the law of the land and print in 2 languages, but I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, and the reason I bought this wasn't really on my radar, but I did fill out some PSA collections, checklists and all that stuff, and you know, they really get you. I think it's a really good product, because I'm like, oh, well, I have the Tops. Originally I was like, the Tops and the Opeechee, it's the same card, I don't even need both, I'll just go with the Tops. But then because this is on the list, I was like, oh, and you know, it wasn't very expensive, so I went ahead and picked it up. But yeah, they really get you. PSA knows what they're doing. I wish Beckett would do something like that. It's a very powerful thing, and you have to be careful. You don't want to like buy cards that you have no desire to get just because they're on a list. There are some of those on some of the lists I built, and I just have to say, no, I really don't care about that card. But picking up a Don Mattingly rookie card, I think there's nothing negative there. I think that's pretty cool, and I do like how the back is different and that sort of thing. So yeah, I thought it was a neat little addition. So now I have I believe I have all the Mattinglys now. Don't tell me if there's another one. I don't want to buy any more. I think this is plenty. More than I ever thought I would have in my life. So yeah, cool little update here. Canadian card, Opeechee. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope tomorrow's even better. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.